Chief Guest, Honorable Justice K. Chandru, former Judge of Madras High Court, Reverend Father Leo Tago, Superior and Correspondent of Loyola Academy.
It's a good beginning because every citizen in this country must know under what rules we are being governed. The Constitution is only a rule book, even as ordinary play, ordinary sports.
Yes, ma'am.
Coach! Attention! Coach! Helen! Order!
Loyola band, attention! Students, attention! Loyola band, here because begin!
to appear on the stage to honor the awardees of various categories. First, I request our father correspondent to announce the Loyola Peace Awardee.
My dear friends, ஒவ்வொரு ஆண்டும் லோயோலா அகாடமி பேரில் 2 சமூக சேவை செய்த நபர்களை தேர்ந்தெடுத்து அவர்களுக்கு இங்கே நம்முடைய ஆண்டு விழாவன்று நம்முடைய பாராட்டுதல்களையும் அந்த பாராட்டுதலை தாங்கிய இந்த மெடலையும் சைட்டேஷனையும் அதோடு கூட இந்த பள்ளியின் நினைவு பரிசையும் அதோடு கூட கேஷ் பிரைஸ் இருவருக்கு நாங்கள் வழங்கவிருக்கின்றோம். இந்த செலெக்ஷன் ப்ராசஸ் எப்படின்னா, பொதுவாக ஒரு அறிக்கை விடப்பட்டது. அந்த அறிக்கையை பார்த்து எங்களுக்கு தங்களுடைய பெயர்களை நாமினேட் பண்ணின ஒரு சிலரை எங்களுடைய கமிட்டி, செலெக்ஷன் கமிட்டி உண்டு. அந்த செலெக்ஷன் கமிட்டியில் எங்களுடைய நிர்வாகத்தை சார்ந்த 3 குருக்களும், அதே நேரத்தில் எங்களுடைய பங்கை சார்ந்த பங்கு தந்தை பால் ஜான் அவர்கள் அந்த குழுவின் ஜாயிண்ட் அல்லது ஜாயிண்ட் சேர்மன், நான் அதற்கு சேர்மன், ஜாயிண்ட் சேர்மனாக தந்தை அவர்கள் இருந்தார்கள். அதோடு கூட அந்த பங்கு பேரவையில் உள்ள பெரியவர்கள் ஒரு சிலர். ஆகவே இந்த குழு தேர்ந்தெடுத்து அவர்களுடைய ரெக்கமெண்டேஷன் பேரில் நாங்கள் இந்த இருவருக்கு இன்று விருது வழங்கவிருக்கின்றோம். 2 விருதுகள். ஒன்று லோயோலா பீஸ் அவார்டு, அமைதிக்கான லோயோலா விருது. மற்றும் ஒன்று இளைஞர்களுக்காக உழைத்தவருக்கு கொடுக்கப்படுகின்றது. அதனுடைய பெயர் கொன்சாகா யூத் அவார்டு. கொன்சாகா என்பது எங்களுடைய சபையில் மிக குறைந்த வயதில் புனிதராக அறிவிக்கப்பட்ட அலோசியஸ் கொன்சாகா அவருடைய பெயரை தாங்கிய விருது. அந்த விருதையும் இன்று நாங்கள் அறிவிக்கவிருக்கின்றோம். முதலாவதாக லோயோலா பீஸ் அவார்டு. இந்த விருதை பெறுகின்றவர், அவருடைய பெயர் டாக்டர் கிரேஸ்லெட் பி ஆஞ்சலின், BHMS. அவளுக்கு நம்ம அனைவருடைய பாராட்டுதலை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றோம். For her most distinguished life as a social activist. In recognition of her consistent services to the marginalized kids. She is actually a doctor, a homeopathy doctor with degrees. She has taught, she has worked as a doctor. After a hectic life spent as a homeopathy doctor and teacher and as a municipal councillor in Tirunelveli, she launched her Angels Wings Trust 12 years ago. Under this trust, the following laudable humanitarian services are being rendered. Providing free education in the form of tuition to slum kids in about 20 centers across Chennai. சென்னை மாநகரத்தில் 20 மையங்களில் அவர்கள் ஏழை எளிய குழந்தைகளுக்கு ஈவினிங் மாலை நேரத்தில் டியூஷன் கொடுத்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். Building Angels Wings home for a few selected orphans and poor children, நரிக்குறவ சில்ட்ரன்களில் ஒரு சிலரை தேர்ந்தெடுத்து அவர்களுக்கென்று ஒரு இல்லம் அமைத்து அவர்களுக்கு உயர்ந்த ரக கல்வி கொடுத்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். அதாவது இங்கிலீஷ் மீடியம் ஸ்கூலில் அவங்கள போட்டு சிறந்த கல்வி கொடுத்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். அடுத்தபடியாக நரிக்குறவர் இருளர் குழந்தைகளுக்கு அவர்கள் காலையில் நல்ல தரமான காலை உணவு அளித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றார்கள். மத்தியானம் nutritious meal is served also to the poor children. Irregular and other poor kids are being helped with the evening tuition. During the pandemic timeல வந்து 2 வருஷம் நம்ம கஷ்டப்பட்டு கொண்டிருந்த கோவிட் டைம்ல they have taken great care to protect the irregular colony from infection by providing the people with masks, kabasura kudineer, rice bags and groceries. Her guiding philosophy, humanity is a forum that we as a society must apprehend as a story with the two sides. There is indeed a side of prosperity shared among our peers, but there is also a side of despair and desperation. So congratulations, Dr. Gracelet Angeline, on behalf of all of us here. I request our Justice to hand over this citation to her.
அவர்களுடைய புனிதமான இந்த பணியை போற்றி நாம் எல்லாரும் கரங்களை தட்டி அவர்களை நாம் வாழ்த்தலாமா? சத்தம் பத்தலையே.
இந்த நினைவு பரிசும் வழங்கப்படுகின்றது.
Our chief guest is handing over the trophy, citation and the cash award to Gracelet ma'am.
அவர்களுக்கு கொடுக்கப்படுகின்ற தொகை 15,000 15,000 rupees.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, I request for the correspondent to announce the name of Gonzaga Youth Awardee.
My dear friends, the next awardee is Ozana Youth Award is given to Mr. Joseph Raj, M.Tech PhD. Mr. Joseph Raj, in recognition of his following services to the youth, conducting and assisting awareness rallies on helmet wearing and anti-pollution, organizing seminars and workshops to train young rural and urban students in leadership qualities through English and Tamil oratory and essay writing, setting an example by donating blood once in every 6 months, conducting a seminar on mobile toxicity and how to overcome it to college students, services rendered as YRC, RRC, NSS program officer for several years at EMI College of Engineering, imparting scientific temper to the young students by conducting state-level science expo and organizing science clubs in schools, contribution to research and publication, both scientific and creative. So congratulations to Mr. Joseph Raj.
Our chief
அவருக்கு கொடுக்கப்படுகின்ற தொகை 10,000 ரூபாய்.
இளைஞர்கள் மத்தியில் எழுச்சியையும் விழிப்புணர்வையும் ஏற்படுத்தும் அவருக்கு ஒரு சவுண்டான ஒரு கரகோஷம் எழுப்பிடலாமா? And now it's time to honor the teaching staff of Loyola Academy who have committedly rendered their selfless service to this institution for a decade. For that, I request our respected principal father to announce the name of the awardees. And also I request our respected chief guest to honor them with citation and a shawl.
Miss S. Priyadarshini, teaching staff, on the occasion of the 11th School Day celebration of Loyola Academy, in recognition of her selfless service rendering to our students as a teacher of commerce and accountancy.
Let's give a round of applause for the teaching staff who has rendered a selfless service for a decade.
Miss T. Padmavati, teaching staff, on the occasion of the 11th School Day celebration of Loyola Academy, in recognition of her selfless service rendering to our students as a maths teacher. Miss Ruby, teaching staff, on the occasion of the 11th School Day celebration of Loyola Academy, in recognition of her selfless service rendering to our students as BT Maths teacher.
Thank you, Father Principal. And now it's time to honor the technical staff and the maintenance helpers who have committedly rendered their selfless service to this institution for a decade. For that, I request our Treasurer, Father Gladwin, to announce the names of the awardees and respected chief guests to honor them with the citation and shawl.
ஒரு நிறுவனத்தின் 10 ஆண்டு கால சேவை என்பது அளப்பரிய அர்ப்பணிப்பின், நிலைத்த தரத்தின், குன்றா ஆர்வத்தின் அற்புத அடையாளம். எனது பள்ளி என்ற தொப்புள் கொடி உறவோடு இவர்களது அன்றாட மாற்றும் அயரா உழைப்பின் மேன்மை கண்டு லயோலா நிர்வாகம் வழங்கும் அங்கீகாரம் இந்த அன்பளிப்பு. எந்த வேளையிலும் எவ்வித சவாலான பணிக்கும் தயார் நிலை என்ற உண்மை ஊழியர்களாய் திகழும் திருவாளர் சார்ல்ஸ், திருமதி மேரி, திருமதி தனலட்சுமி மற்றும் செல்வி பிரமிளா அவர்களை உங்களின் முன் இன்று கௌரவம் செய்து அழகு பார்க்கிறது லயோலா நிர்வாகம். எனவே நாம் அனைவரது பாராட்டு மற்றும் வாழ்த்துக்களை பலத்த கரவொலியோடு மாலை என சூட்டுவோம் இவர்களுக்கு இந்த தருணத்திலே. திருவாளர் சார்ல்ஸ். மேரி. திருமதி தனலட்சுமி. செல்வி பிரமிளா.
now it's time to award these students who are titled as the Stars of Loyola. These students have excelled in various aspects like sports, cultural, academic, discipline, etc. and etc. And now I call upon the Stars of Loyola. And first we have Kevin Matthew of LKGA. Let us give a round of applause and encourage these Stars of Loyola. Kevin Matthew of LKGA. Demetrius of LKGB. Demetrius of LKGB. Monella of UKGA. Monella of UKGA. Pragashri of UKGB. Pragashri of UKGB. Darshika of First Standard A. Darshika of First Standard A. Legend of First Standard B section. Aaron Legend of Standard First B. Arfan of Standard First C. Arfan of Standard First C. Of Standard Second A. Kayana Gracia of Standard Second A. Shriya of Standard Second B. Shriya of Standard Second B. Jamaican of Standard Third A. Third A. Catherine of Standard Third B. Catherine of Standard Third B. Parosia of Standard Third C. Pearl Parosia of Standard Third C. Hemapriya of Standard 4A. Hemapriya of Standard 4A. John of Standard 4B. Edric John of Standard 4B. Danshika of Standard 5A. Danshika of Standard 5A. Harshita of Standard 5B. Harshita of Standard 5B. Nikita of Grade 6A. Nikita of Grade 6A. of grade 7C. Dharmik of grade 7C. Lekha Shri of grade 8A. Lekha Shri of grade 8A. Kapilendra Shriman of grade 8B. Kapilendra Shriman of grade 8B. Karunya of grade 8C. Karunya of grade 8C. Nandita of grade 9A. Nandita of grade 9A. Santosh of grade 9B. Santosh of grade 9B. Yutika of grade 10A. Yutika of grade 10A. Roger of standard 10B. Roger of standard 10B. Balaji of standard 11 science stream. Balaji of standard 11 science stream. Sahana of standard 11 art stream. Sahana of standard 11 art stream. Roshan Gershom of standard 12 science stream. Roshan Gershom of standard 12 science stream. Meenakshi of standard 12 art stream. Meenakshi of standard 12 art stream. Thank you, sir.
It's really a fortunate moment to the prize winners to receive the prizes from you, sir, and congratulations to all the prize winners. A man is as great as the truth he speaks, as great as the help he gives, as great as the destiny he seeks, as great as the life he lives. It is a province of knowledge to speak, but the privilege of wisdom to listen. May I request our respected chief guest, Justice Chandru, to share his thoughts with us.
Dear students, parents, teachers, and the non-teaching staff, to all of you, my best wishes. It's a very wonderful day the children had, and it is your day. An annual day is actually a day of the students, and it's a memorable day, and I don't want to stand between your cultural and with my speech. Since Father asked me to say a few words, I'll confine myself to few words. This year's annual day, you have chosen a wonderful theme, Unity in Diversity. The theme which is the requirement of this day. It is timely, and students must realize what they really mean by unity in diversity. In fact, I was asked to speak on constitutional values. It's unnecessary because in the first half of this culturals, you have explained beautifully the Constitution, the preamble, the preamble is the keyhole of the Constitution. Then you spoke about the fundamental rights. You spoke about the fundamental duties. You also spoke about the children's right to education, prohibition against child labor, and the prohibition against exploitation of the children. These are the essence of the Constitution. But beyond the Constitution, it is not mere the words written in the Constitution. We have 397 provisions in the Constitution with so many subclauses. It may not be necessary for a general student, that is a school student, to go through all that. The essence of the Constitution, the fundamental right, the preamble, these you should remember forever. I think having practiced and made a stage performance, this will always be etched in your mind. I remember 65 years ago, my first school annual day event. I even now remember all the things that took place there, and this memory and today's your performance will always go with you, and you will always remember that India is a plural society. The India doesn't belong to any one group, any one particular individual or any one particular faction. It belongs to all of us. When Dr. Ambedkar, in fact, two students in Tamil made a essence of Ambedkar. When Dr. Ambedkar drafted this constitution, being a chairman of the committee, and finally introduced this constitution on 26 November 1949, which has been celebrated as the Constitution Day in this country, we must be proud that last 72 years we had a solid constitution. It is not a holy book, it is not a Bible, it's not a Bhagavad Gita, it is a dynamic document which has undergone 105 times changes. The fact it is susceptible for change shows the vibrancy, the dynamics, and the need to take into account the aspirations of the people is built into the constitution. If we see our neighbors, whether it is Bangladesh or Pakistan or Nepal or Sri Lanka, they are not very happy. They also have a written constitution, they also have their own system, but our system proved last 72 years we had a country which stuck together, we had a country which stood together, we had a country which promised that every citizen in this country will have equality and liberty and fraternity that has been assured in this constitution. In fact, what is the significance of our constitution? Though as one of our students read, this came on 26 November 1950, India became a sovereign, democratic, socialist, secular republic. Before that, we have been ruled by the British, we have been ruled by the kings and queens, we have been ruled by so many other chieftains of different countries, different places. But it is the first time, that is on 1950, on 26 January, just a week before we celebrated our 72nd Republic Day. What is the significance of this constitution? What is the constitution? In fact, I am glad CBSE has included that in the syllabus for 11th and 12th students. Of course, it's an optional for social science students. But nevertheless, it's a good beginning, because every citizen in this country must know under what rules we are being governed. The constitution is only a rule book. Even as ordinary play, ordinary sports, I won't say ordinary, cricket. Most of you are lovers of cricket. You have been hooked to the television. Every time when there is a match, you also watch, notwithstanding it goes beyond the night. This cricket has got a rule book. There is an umpire who will tell you are wrong, you are out, you are foul, you are a wide run, no ball. He may even throw out a player from the plea, and that umpire, there are not one umpire, there are two umpires in the cricket field. What is their role? To see everybody is playing correctly. If you don't have an umpire, who will guarantee that the game has been played very correctly and without foul? This is something true of all sports. But I want to tell you, some 2-3 years back, there was a match between New Zealand and Australia. Everybody was very interested because both teams are very competent teams. Both teams had a long history of having cricket. And after the match was over, the game ended in a tie. Nobody was a winner. How can there be a game without anybody being a winner? So everybody was exacting their minds, and suddenly the England came with a new solution that they'll have one more extra over. That was never contemplated. Each had 20 overs. Now England had one more over. Now this is something, finally England was declared as the winner, but on that night, many students never went to sleep. They were discussing whether a rule can be changed after the game, whether you can have a foul game in a match. Hundreds and hundreds of hours of discussion. I was able to see many people were asking me whether what England did is correct or not. Why I am saying this example was, in a foreign country, there was a game which is only an entertainment. If students and the youth can think whether the game has been played correctly or not, the constitution is governing the entire country. That is the rule book for this country. That is the mother of all laws. Why is that we are not discussing about the constitution, except as a school syllabus? Even without syllabus, even without classroom, we must think of our constitution. I will tell you, before the constitution came, for 20 centuries, for nearly 2000 years, people never had any equality. There were up and down. There were different levels. There were caste system. There is a Chaturvarna. There are 4 castes. There is another caste which is not within that caste system. We were exploited. There was no court. There was no justice. You had a justice god having a blind eyes. Why? The god should not think who is before her. But that everybody today judges are seeing, they are not wearing a black band. But on the other hand, that 20 centuries, the people who are exploited, people who are being denied equality, people who are being denied wealth to their own family and for their broader group, they were first told for the first time under Article 14 that all are equal. There will be equal protection of all laws. This equality clause is one of the shining examples that the India took a new turn from the old feudalism, from the old semi-capitalism, from the old slavery. We came to a new era. 20th century is a real life for us. Before that we never had a life. We had a life that was not a life, it was an animal life. Because somebody else will dictate. The might is the right and the king can do no wrong. Can you accept these two things today? If you say in Tamil, Vallan Vagutude Vaikal, Arasaral Yenda Tavarum Seyya Mudiyadu. These are all gone are the days. Today we have said that every man is equal, and the Ambedkar did not stop with that. He also said under Article 15 that there shall not be discrimination on the ground of religion, caste, language, gender, area or descent. On any ground you will not be discriminated. In fact, one of the finest articles in our constitution is Article 15(1). Because for the first time, after 20 centuries, we have been told that there won't be any discrimination. A and B will be the same. Now how does it happen? In fact, there was a Hindi film, many of you would not have seen that film. It's titled as Article 15. That Hindi director was asked, why you are having Article 15? There are 397 articles. Why can't you have another article? He said, Article 15 is the heart of the Indian Constitution. I will also agree because before that, never we were being told that we are equal. There will be no discrimination whether A or B follows whatever religion. This is something which we should be proud of. Article 16, when you go to any employment, you will be treated, in any public employment you will be treated. In fact, they were also showing that exploitation is prohibited, child labor is prohibited. All that was there before. Even today there is child labor. You saw one boy polishing shoes and beaten by somebody else. And one girl was pulled by her plate. And these are things which we will have to end. Why did the Constitution say that we will not discriminate, we will abolish child labor? It is because every child is entitled to have childhood, is entitled to have education. That is why Article 21A, somebody was holding the poster, right to education. Today every child in India from 4 to 14 is entitled for a compulsory universal free education. The parents who do not send the children can be punished under law. Today that's a position made by our own side. All this constitutional guarantee They are not given by somebody descended from heaven. The constitution itself starts by saying, in fact they were reading the preamble. One boy was reading very brilliantly, we the people of India. The constitution was not written by somebody else. Though Dr. Ambedkar was the architect of the constitution, he had the generosity to write that we the people of India give ourselves. It is not somebody else gave, we gave it to ourselves. Therefore it is our duty to protect this constitution. That's most important. For what purpose? For equality, fraternity and liberty. That liberty, in fact, if you read in the constitution, Article 21 talks about liberty, but the Supreme Court of India expanded the meaning of liberty. Today you have right to shelter, right to food, right to transport, right to and privacy. Everything has been read into the constitution. That is why I am saying it's a dynamic document. It grows along with the society. And what is our duty? Not only the old people, the children today, they should think this is our Magna Carta, this is our Bible, this is our holy book, and we will defend this constitution. Why they should be defended? Or not we are having army, we are not having police. They may defend the borders, they may defend the streets, but to defend this country, to be continued to be a democracy, to be continued to be a republic, to be continued to be a secular country, we need our own protection. Dr. Ambedkar on 26 November 1949, introducing this final resolution, he made a brilliant speech. In fact, you can listen to it. Many people will have an Android phone, you can just go and see in the Google, you will see the speech. After saying so many things, Dr. Ambedkar ended by saying, we got political freedom in this country, we are yet to get economic and social freedom. This is the most important. Then he said, if you do not get those freedom, this constitution is a meaningless document. We cannot wait for eternally to get all this freedom. Unless sooner we achieve, this country will go into pieces. This constitution will become tear into pieces. This is what he said. Therefore, it is not just a question of understanding the constitution, the question of defending the constitution. Why should we defend? Today there is a great threat. If you talk about secularism, what is secularism? Supreme Court said the government shall respect all religion. The Supreme Court said that all religions will be treated equally, whether it's a small religion or a big religion. We had a big show here. All the festivals of India are celebrated. Why is that our country, having so many diversity, we are all united under what? We are not united by army, we are united by the constitution. We are united by the document which made all of us to come together and take a pledge. We the people of India. We are not X or we are not Y. We the people of India. That's why there is a banner, India and Indian festivals. We are proud to be part of this system. We are proud to say that we have inherited a great constitution given by Dr. Ambedkar. We are also bound to take a vote that we will defend this constitution, come what may. We can never be divided in the name of religion. We can never be divided in the name of language. We can never be divided in the name of gender. We will stand united and there shall be no discrimination. Today you will see, maybe students are more playworthy and they want to have more cultural. I want to only end by saying one thing. Today there are voices are heard, the voices of dictatorship which say there will be one nation. We have no quarrel. But there will be one language. How? When we are talking about unity in diversity, and India officially is having 14 national languages, how one language can be overtaken? One religion. Why there can be majority, there can be minority. Constitution talks about minorities. Minorities right also. Now every religion is sacred. Under Article 25, maybe children have not been taught. Every person have a freedom of conscience. Every person can believe and follow any religion he wants, and he can preach and propagate any religion he wants. Now there is a danger, because in the name of unity, people cannot thrust, people cannot shout into us by saying there will be one nation, one language, and then they will say only one leader. Then what happened to democracy? That is why Supreme Court said the preamble is a basic structure of the Constitution. Democratic Republic is a basic structure of the Constitution. The Supreme Court and judicial review is the basic structure of the Constitution. Nobody can change. Even the Parliament cannot change. If Parliament cannot change, how some individuals are saying, we will throw this Constitution, we will make a new Constitution. It is not a play, it is not a game. you can change like England was doing in the cricket match. This is something sacred for us and we will continue to defend. And it is high time we inculcate such values into our boys and girls so that future India is guaranteed. We leave it to you, this India, as a democratic republic. Never allow this India to be changed into a dictatorship or a fascist government. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir. We feel empowered and encouraged by your inspiring message. We shall strive our best to make it our own and live it.
I appreciate all four of you for hosting this program very smoothly and interestingly. One thing I want to ask is, who trained you all?
Thank you, sir. We thank our dear Evangeline ma'am who trained us to host this grand event so confidently. Our sincere thanks goes to respected correspondent Father Leo Tagore who took immense interest in giving us constructive corrections and guided us. Thank you, Father. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, so good. What's the next one? Next, we have our fantastic first grade students to throw light on the theme of self-acceptance through their fabulous performance.
recording cut பண்ணி அது ஒரு கார்டு எடுத்து